The Landvartier approved, obviously, despite remaining unseen. I had never encountered such a spirit of the land that I knew of, but I could often feel their presence. A gust of wind to cool my hot forehead, a peak of light through the branches to show me where the sun was. These were not chance happenings. Hello again, Philip Batley, audiobook narrator here. I am now onto another prequel by Gregory Amato for his Spear of the Gods series. This one is called The Skald. These are Old Norse tales. Skald spelled Skald. This is what it says about it. Keep your wits as sharp as your sword. Onskar, get the pronunciation right, lots of Old Norse in this, knows the kind of lore, Lore, that can keep a man alive as he travels the north. Tales of gods and monsters, heroes and dragons, the stories any good skald knows. So a skald is a storyteller. Trade a good story to a raven, and Onskar can find the right path through the forest. Blah, blah, blah. The Skald is a prequel story to Gregory Amato's Norse fantasy series Spear of the Gods, where the myths, magic, and monsters of the Viking Age are all real. So I am looking at Chapter 4 here. So let's give you a little bit of a preview of Chapter 4 while we record. Behind-the-scenes recording. Here we go. So I made good time until I happened upon a goatherd clad in a heavy brown coat. He was nestled under a spruce tree, eyeing a few goats out in the bright sun. The lowest branches by the ground were cut away just enough to enshroud a man-sized shape, maybe even protect him from the weather. A large man, no question, but still a man. He was not doing much herding, not that I blamed him for seeking out a comfortable place in the shade, especially in case of the weather turning. My foster father had sent me to herd sheep once I was 13. No, once. Get the once right there. My foster father had sent me to herd sheep once when I was 13, and the boredom snared me from the very first hour of my watch. Don't like that. I'm going to try that again. Let's do that again. My foster father had sent me to herd sheep once when I was 13, and the boredom snared me from the very first hour of my watch. My wandering mind did not do well with that. There was some big thing happened. Someone jumped on top of my booth. We'll pick up a little bit later. My wandering mind did not do well with that task. When I came out of my inevitable daydreaming, there was only one ewe left in sight. It took me 3 days to find the rest, 2 of those days in the driving rain. "Good afternoon," I said. "Mmm," came the response. The muffled voice was low and gravelly. A hood covered the man's nodding head, and a rat-eaten cloak covered him all the way to his feet. A long wooden staff laid across his body was the only other distinguishing feature visible. Goatherds are not the brilliant reciters of stories and gossip that ravens are. They are, however, reliable with their directions. Better than ravens, goatherds will often tell what they know for the pleasure of a conversation. I didn't need eyeballs to trade, or even a story to come up with. I had, however, hoped for more of a response than, "Huh." Are you a goatherd?" I asked immediately, and wished I had not. A rotten smell wafted down at the same time. "I just saw your staff, and the goats nearby, and assumed, well, it seemed the logical conclusion. I know a little about herding myself, but—" "But if you're a half-wit, I will leave you alone, especially if that is you I smell. But I will not distract you. I am only on my way to find Volki's farm." Again, the long and heavy nod. There you are. Who is this goatherd? Well, we shall find out soon. More soon. Bye.